Some governments are scaling back their climate ambitions. But for Singapore, retreating from action is not an option. We will continue to do our part, not only to address climate risk, but also to secure our longer-term resilience and competitiveness. A key pillar of our climate strategy is the carbon tax. It sends a clear price signal to encourage emissions reductions. We had earlier announced our carbon tax trajectory for this decade. The tax has just been raised to $45 per tonne for this year and next, and the plan is to reach $50 to $80 per tonne by 2030. For HDB households, the additional USAVE rebates that I highlighted earlier will help to cushion the impact of the carbon tax. For businesses, we will extend the energy efficiency grant and support for green loans under the Enterprise Financing Scheme. This will help firms invest in energy efficient and sustainable solutions. While Singapore will continue to contribute responsibly to climate action, we recognize that our actions alone cannot determine global outcomes. We will therefore calibrate our moves cautiously, doing our part to reduce emissions as a responsible global citizen, while taking into account what other countries are doing in order not to put ourselves at a competitive disadvantage. So beyond 2027, we are assessing Singapore's carbon tax trajectory carefully in light of international developments. Singapore already has the highest carbon tax rate in the whole of Asia. If global climate momentum continues to weaken, we may need to position ourselves towards the lower end of the $50 to $80 per tonne range by 2030. And even amidst these uncertainties, we continue to make concrete progress. For example, on clean energy, our sustained push to expand solar deployment is delivering results. We have reached our 2030 solar deployment target of 2 gigawatt peak ahead of schedule. We will therefore raise the target to 3 gigawatt peak by 2030. We are also advancing plans to import low-carbon electricity from the region. We are actively pursuing possibilities to further diversify our energy mix, be it through hydrogen, geothermal energy, or civilian nuclear power. We are building up capabilities in nuclear energy to be able to assess its safety and viability for Singapore. In transport, we remain committed to achieving 100% cleaner vehicles by 2040. Incentives are in place to encourage early adoption of electric vehicles, and charging infrastructure is being expanded nationwide. We are also greening our aviation and maritime sectors. In aviation, we are supporting demand for sustainable aviation fuel with a target of 1% sustainable fuel use for flights departing Singapore this year. In shipping, we are partnering industry to develop a low-carbon ammonia bunkering solution on Jurong Island. If successful, Singapore will be amongst the first countries in the world to supply ammonia commercially as a fuel for international shipping. The years ahead will be beset by uncertainties, from geopolitical tensions to cyber threats and climate risk. We will face these challenges squarely and overcome them one by one. And that's how we will move forward steadily and decisively to build a safer and more sustainable home for generations to come.